Hello, Dark Hearts. I am pre-warning you all that I am not a narrator or a voice actor, okay? I just want to read my flash fiction titled The Case of the Missing Readers. So I am just going to read it, and there won't be any voice inflections, dialects, or anything like that. So if you're disappointed, you may go ahead and scroll now. For those of you being kind enough to continue listening, here we go. The Case of the Missing Readers by Anderson McLeod. The rain outside was doing its best to wash Mornside into the Obsidian River, but the grime on my office window wasn't budging. Inside, the air was mostly cheap coffee and stale smoke. I was staring at a blank ledger, wondering if the soles of my shoes would survive another week on the pavement when the door opened. She didn't just walk in. She seemed to drift through the doorframe like a fog, rolling over a graveyard. She wore a heavy black coat that looked like it had swallowed the midnight sky, and her eyes held the kind of haunted exhaustion you only see in people who spend too much time keeping company with shadows. She looked like a classic femme fatale, but she wasn't looking for a missing diamond or a cheating husband. She looked like she was mourning a ghost. "Are you the man who finds things?" Her voice was low, like wind rustling through dead leaves. "Depend on what's lost, lady," I said, leaning back till my chair groaned. "And if the price is right." "My audience," she whispered, her fingers tracing the gold foil on the book's spine. "Once they came from all over the globe. They braved the dark just to open these pages, but now the halls are empty. The ink is cold. My words are right here, exactly where I left them, but the readers have vanished without a trace." I leaned forward, the wooden chair groaning under my weight. I took a slow drag of my cigarette. "An entire crowd just evades the grid. That's a lot of shoe leather, sister. Who took 'em?" "That," she said, looking straight through me, "is what I'm paying you to find out." I watched the smoke from my cigarette coil towards the water-stained ceiling. A whole global audience doesn't just evaporate without a whisper. If they went missing, they left a trail. And in Mornside, all trails eventually lead downward. "If your readers walked out on you, lady," I said, adjusting my cuffs, "they had to go somewhere to forget the shadows. There's a place down by the Black River. A real velvet and vice joint hidden behind a blank brick wall. You need a whisper and a handshake just to get past the guy at the door." Her eyes locked onto mine, dark and sharp as obsidian. "The Naughty Kitty Cabaret?" "Bingo," I said, grabbing my overcoat off the rack. "It's the only underground speakeasy in Mornside where the lost souls gather to watch a different kind of horror on stage. If someone stole your audience, or if they just got distracted by a flashier show, that's where we'll find the footprints." I pulled my fedora down low against the Mornside rain. "Stay by the phone, sister. I'm going to go see who's running the curtain call tonight." The neon sign for the Naughty Kitty buzzed like a dying hornet, casting a bloody red glow across the rain-slicked alley. Named after some old pirate ship, the joint was notorious in Mornside. It wasn't a place you went to be seen. It was a place you went to disappear. I gave the heavy oak door the standard 3 knocks. The viewing slit slid open, A pair of bored eyes took in my fedora, and the boat clicked. The moment I stepped inside, the heat hit me like a physical blow. The air was thick with the scent of gin, expensive perfume, and clove cigarettes. It was a packed house. Every velvet booth was crammed, and the crowd was leaning forward, completely mesmerized by the high-octane psychological drama unfolding on the stage. It was a kind of visceral performance that kept the Naughty Kitty sold out every night of the week. I scanned the faces. Were these her missing readers? Maybe. Or maybe they were just souls looking for a different flavor of darkness to drown out the Morningside smog. I pushed my way past the bar, my eyes keeping a sharp lookout for anyone who looked like a literary kidnapper. That's when I noticed an empty table right near the edge of the stage light, deserted in a room this crowded. Nah, that was a red flag in my line of work.